Hello, my name is Suzette. I am supporting Luke Perry, a 22-year-old young man living with autism. Luke has a very bright future ahead of him, and with my support, the sky is the limit for Luke. My explanation of what is supported employment. We know that individuals living with a disability, especially adults, can work, and they would welcome the opportunity to be supported through this process. And I'm sure they would want to be coached through the process as well. I look at it this way. I was once a baby who became a child, then a teenager, and on to adulthood. In retrospect, every step of the way, someone was there to coach me on how to build skills to get through life. I always had someone to call on, such as a teacher, a friend, parent, or an employer. Essentially, I was being coached and I did not have a disability. So why is it that someone with a disability does not usually receive the same opportunity to be coached through the process and they have a disability? Supported employment to me means if you are the coach, you must ensure the individual you are supported is treated like a first class passenger on a flight. You need to go above and beyond to make sure everything your client needs to be supported is available to them so they can successfully merge into the workforce, being fully prepared. This means I had to spend time getting to know Luke's unique skills. They will be the strongest asset I have to promote him to the company he will be working for. Once I can identify Luke's skill sets, I will find a job that is the right fit and appropriate for his limitations. Supported employment for me is the right match. Once we can find a match, we can work on building productivity, the proper training, and ensuring the employer has the proper supports in place. In Luke's case, he would need to have adequate downtime if necessary so he can talk stats. He likes to talk stats and facts to maybe a coworker, being allowed to use a phone to call his mom or his job coach. The same way you and I go to work and get a break to do things we like, such as talk on the phone, go on YouTube, or talk to a coworker. Luke would also like the same opportunity for downtime. Once we support Luke with the proper training, the next goal is to build his productivity. So he also has the opportunity for growth and development. My goal is to develop the company. Not, sorry, my goal is not to develop the company because that will always be there. My job is to develop Luke so he can gain transferable skills to take with him through life or his next job. My three benefits of being part of the supported employment partnership. My first benefit is providing access to the workforce to Luke. I believe his talents would be wasted just walking around spitting baseball facts and stats to people and having them believe he is just a crazy person who possesses no talents. He is going to school and developing himself, so all that he is learning can be transferred to his employment. I am also opening the window for employers to have access to see what Luke can bring to their company and how his talents will benefit their company. My second benefit is envisioning Luke in a rewarding job slash career that promotes growth and helping to change perceptions of people with disability and how they can help to shape the workforce in our province. My third benefits is coming up with strategies that are unique to Luke so he can promote his best attributes to the potential employers. A strategy I can use to promote Luke could be maybe setting up a phone meeting with a hiring manager in Luke's potential department of the Blue Jays because that's where he really wants to work. So Luke can get the opportunity to sell himself to the manager about his knowledge of the team. If the employer is able to hear Luke's enthusiasm for the team, we might be able to set up an in-person interview. I think the key is using strategies that are more direct so we do not waste time going from employer to employer. Luke's interests and goals for employment. Luke is a talented young man who loves sports. Every job or volunteer position that Luke has ever set his eyes on, he has gotten. That is because of his determination to be in the career path of his choice. Luke is an avid reader. who spends his entire grade school and high school volunteering at the library. The librarian could always depend on Luke to shelve books correctly, and his proficiency in math assisted with the duodecimal system. His love and knowledge of baseball gained him a job with his neighborhood baseball club, where he taught the younger children to develop strong characters, the rules of baseball, and the importance of showing respect to one another. Luke is currently attending Sheridan College, where he's studying kinesiology. Luke prides himself on being punctual and following the rules, and he is always eager to learn anything new. Luke has set his eyes on working for the Toronto Blue Jays after he finishes college. Three main benefits for hiring Luke besides the fact that he's one of a kind. Reliability. Luke is never tardy, which means there will be no loss of production for the company. Dedication. Once Luke is trained, he will be dedicated to his job and he will have the potential to produce high quality work for any work environment. Diversity. Promoting inclusivity and diversity gives Luke the opportunity to be included in an environment where Luke can perform his unique skill set. Just because Luke has a disability does not mean he is incapable.